One and two and three. You are live. All right. Good evening. I was looking back at my live video from last night, and I finished a lot of the sentences with "and everything." It's like my little filler when I don't know what else to say. I'll say "and everything else." So, do we have a new president yet? I don't know what's going on, but with the votes and how close it is, just shows how divided we are. That's what this is what Trump does. We start here and go here and that. So I was thinking, why did people vote for Trump in the first place? Like, why did he become president? And it's because people were tired of they wanted a change and they wanted something different than what was going through with the politicians. They wanted a change. They wanted something different. They wanted somebody from outside. They wanted a businessman. Trump was the only one. And the funny thing is that I'm a big fan of George Carlin. And when you watch George Carlin stand up and when he talks about your vote doesn't matter and that where's all the good, honest, good-hearted people of this United States and why is these are the only two that we have? It's like garbage in and garbage out. So when people voted for Trump, I think it was because they just wanted to change and they thought that getting away from this whole politician mentality and getting something would be better. But it was Trump. And even though I've been a fan of Trump and just the way he is it wasn't somebody ideal that would be, for the presidency. So I always think is like, what if I ran for president? What would I do? What would I think? And everything has to be balanced, 50-50. So why can't there be a Republican person or a Democrat and then they're running, their vice president be of the other party? So you both have, because Democrats will have good things and then some bad negative things. The Republicans will have some great ideas, great things to offer, and then sometimes some negative. So why can't there be just a balance? And then when it's saying like the whole House, the whole Senate being all one party, and it's just like, why can't it just be that they're a balance of equal people? I don't know. That's just the one thing. So it's like I always say, if I ran for president, you see these, they go out on their rallies and they say I'll do this and it's I'll do that, and on day one I'll do this and I'll do that and that and that. Well, where's listening to the people? What do the people want? But ask. And with taxes, nobody likes higher taxes. So why don't you work with when healthcare and everything that we pay for out of pocket with taxes that we pay taxes, sales taxes. There's states that pay state taxes. We pay taxes like on everything. So in the end, on gas, we pay taxes on gas. And so why can't we have a balance? Like when there would be a nice like tax write off for everybody, you can write off taxes on certain things. Like solar right now is great because there's a federal tax credit that's going away. People are able to go solar and write off on their taxes 26% of the cost of solar and get that money to come back to them, to work for them, to help pay for their solar system. Get energy from clean, renewable energy, not fossil fuel and gas. Solar is awesome. So why is the tax credit going away? Why is it pushing away? It was 30, now it's 26, now it's going down. Next year it goes to 22. Why not make tax credit 50% for solar? Why can't people write off the taxes, on their health care? Give everybody health care, make them and pay for it at a good cost, and then maybe have a tax write-off. So we pay so much in the taxes, let that money taxes that we spend come back to us. So it's just crazy that we live in this world that's so divided, and we're the United States of America. United, right? What does that mean? I think we're losing focus of what this country meant to be. And we talk about this country and go back to how it began. A lot of people are mad at what has happened. And the thing, it's you have to be happy. You don't have to accept or approve of the way things were way back then, and you can't change what happened back then. There's a lot of bad things. I mean, the Middle Ages, with the way they would look at the craziness that people did, and like stuff that in history and time, just the crazy madness that was okay back then. It's like when it work now. So yeah, there was bad things that happened in the past that wasn't good, and we changed it to make it better. But you can't be mad at the past of the way things were. You have to be thankful for and be grateful for what those people endured for us to be here today. Because if it was any different, you and I would not be here today. And life is precious. So we have to be thankful that it makes me grateful and value my life even more, what people went through for me to be here today. Because if it was any different, my family were immigrants from Sweden. They came here, they met here, and if it was any different, they would have never met. I would never have been born, and I'm not here today. So it's just it's just crazy how divided we are, and it's sad because it affects you if you allow it to. And I've been was more involved in this politician. I got a little doggy with me. Hey, buddy. You can see. Hey, she came up to see what I was doing. Her name's Fergie. Fergalicious. She probably thinks I have a treat for her. But I got involved this year, and because I wanted to be involved. I felt like it was important to make my voice heard. So, and I'm not mad if I my vote the way I voted doesn't work out. I voted against the minimum wage here in Florida, and it passed. Good. I mean, okay. If that's what the people want, the majority of the people want, okay. I'm not going to be mad at that. I have my own thoughts of why not to raise the minimum wage here in Florida. We don't have a state tax. The cost of living is super low. You can't compare the minimum wage here to California. The cost of living in California is so much higher. Of course, the minimum wage has to be higher. They have state taxes and everything. People pay taxes. So here, the cost of living is also too. A minimum wage job is not a career job. I don't know. I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a garbage man. Every time the garbage truck would pull up in the morning, I'd be all outside looking out my window. And then I would always love it when it was full and they would have to turn the handle down and crush. And it was like, it was when it was in front of my house when they did that. It was like a thrill. Am I a garbage man? Do people make their careers as garbage men? Yeah, they pay pretty well. Someone's got to do the job, right? Now, no one says that. Hey, when I grow up, I want to be a McDonald's fry cook and be there for 20, 25 years and retire there. A minimum wage job is to help kids, get something while they're still at home with their parents, looking for that self, that's a little income, so they can focus part time. It's not a career. $15 an hour. What's going to happen is that all you're going to do is have part time work, no full time, no benefits. It's going to be retirees filling those jobs, getting that $15 an hour. It's going to be harder for kids to get jobs. And it's just, you have to look at a balance. And I think people don't read what they're voting for. They just vote, and they vote with emotion. And sometimes we just got to keep our emotions out of it. We have to read and analyze and see, is this the best right now? So I would always think it would be cool to run for presidency. If Trump can do it, I can do it, right? So, and I would work to see that everything has to be balanced. You can't, China this and China that, and there's these great China. There's these great countries out there, and you can't say, well, we're going to raise the tariffs and we're going to tax them, and we're going to bring more jobs to America. Like, yeah, jobs in America are important, but you can't just raise taxes and because there's materials that we're not the biggest producers in every type of material out there. We have to have a great import and export relationship with our other countries so that we can create jobs here in America. We can import those materials and those goods that we need to make the products needed for this beautiful country and be able to export our products out. There has to be a balance. So the war on coal and renewable energy, I'll tell you what, I love a muscle car and a V8 Ford Mustang motor. I think a 302 small block is one of the best sounding motors out there. And if everything went to renewable energy and clean energy and they got rid of gas altogether, we'd be devastated. I don't want that. I still want to be able to pump gas in my car. So I don't want there to be ever an end to fuel. We need fuel because there's things that I want. So, and I'm sure there's things that you want too. We can't just eliminate everything. It has to have a balance. There's a day and a night, the sun and the moon, everything. Well, I said and everything. I hate saying that word. So it needs to be more of a balanced structure. And when we have a balanced structure, we have a balance with the people. You can't please everybody. You can't. If you try, you're only going to disappoint yourself. You're going to fail yourself in the end. So I rambled on here. This is my longest one too. I can't believe it because usually this was a blog about me and my journey and my path, but I feel good. I feel really good. And my workout yesterday, I finally stepped back into the gym yesterday. And what I found was I was like, oh, I'm going to do what I normally did when I was in the gym 5-6 days a week years ago. So I was like, I'm going to warm up on a treadmill, level 5 incline, walk for 30 minutes at 3.2. Did that and I was mad at myself because I was getting winded 15 minutes in. So I kept to it though, and I kept walking. After my 30 minutes, I was sweating. And I was like, I'm done with my workout. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, I am pathetic. This is not me. So, but no, I still worked out. Still went, hit the weights, came back, finished up on the treadmill, 20 minutes, come home, take a shower, eat something good, and now I'm back here again. So I had quinoa, ground turkey, and my girl makes the most amazing salads. If she just made salads for me every single night, I would be happy. I always tell her. Then she gets mad. She gets mad when I say, "Oh, I can eat your salad all the time." That's it. She's like, "You don't like my other cooking?" It's like, "No, I love your cooking. It's just that when we're trying to diet and lower calories, your salad is perfect for it. It's got avocado in it, tomatoes, spinach, onions, a little bit of oil, this fig vinaigrette. It's just stellar." So yeah. So anyways, I'm feeling good. I got the energy. I'm waking up. This time change sucks because my alarm's set for 8 o'clock. I wake up at 7. I set my alarm clock for 7. I wake up at 6. So I'm waking up before my alarm clock, and then I'm up. So what I'm thinking is that if I'm up an hour early already, anyways, because of this time change, so what can I do with that hour? Can I lay back in bed and just be lazy and not get anywhere? And then maybe feel more tired throughout my day? Or can I get up and be active? Can I do something? So I've been getting up. When I wake up, I stay up. I get up and I do something. So now I can say, well, I got an hour. I can work out. I can exercise. So I was thinking about getting a Peloton because I think it's cool. I have a spot right here for it. Put the screen on there. It would take up no space. anything. Yeah, it would fit perfect. And why not jump on the Peloton every single day? I got a gym. I can walk 5 minutes to. I got Planet CF. I think it was Gold's Gym, but now it's Planet C, or Fitness CF or whatever. It's for Central Florida. I got there. I like the sauna as well. And so I think that's it. That's a 15-minute ramble. I think we're good for today. So that was just my take on everything with the presidency and just how divided we are, and it's kind of sad. It's hopefully this will be a change for. It's a wake up call, and it can be better future because that's all we want. We all live here. I think everybody can agree. We want the best for not just us, but for everyone, for ourselves, but for everyone. So hopefully things work out. Everybody's happy. No pointing fingers or I told you so or anything like that. Just a better future. That's my one wish with what's happening next. And I wish that all upon you. I wish you all the best. And love thy neighbor. And then the Bible, you don't have to be a religious person. You have to say that is a good quote from the Bible that says, love thy neighbor. And in there it says, it doesn't say love thy neighbor only if they're Republican, or love thy neighbor if only they're Democrat, or love thy neighbor if they're only white or black or green or purple. No, it just simply states love thy neighbor. And it's not just your physical neighbor that lives next door to you. It's everyone you come across, you're standing next to in line, out in the world. When you're standing next to them, love thy neighbor. So if everybody showed a little bit more love, this world would be a better place. There's so much drama sells and negativity. You see bad things happening in social media. You lose hope in humanity, and that's what I love about what I do for work. Because I come across so many people on a daily basis from all walks of life, from everywhere, all over the world, and it just gives me hope and faith because there's good people still out there. If you just live on the media, what Facebook shows you and videos we see, you would think there's no hope, but there's a lot of great people out there. So I wish you all a good night, and I will see you again another night. Have a great night. Good night.